Welcome back to Nethergate Resurrection. We're just out in the middle of nowhere here, just exploring the middle section. Random pillar of nothing. Bit more forest here. Hopefully this is one I can get into without being attacked by vines like last time. Oh, the forest is slow going. You have to... Wait, this is the same. Oh no, yeah. Sorry, it's close to this place. I didn't realise. I didn't mean to bother you. Bloody hell. Forest of anger. Oh, to the south you hear the howl of a wolf. It's coming from inside the dark woods. Then, suddenly, abruptly, the howl is cut short. There is only silence in its place. Is that the shadow wolf? By any chance? Can it be here? Well, that's a shame. If it's in here, I can't get in here. I get attacked by shrubbery. How am I supposed to go in there if I can't go in there? Well, whatever, I guess. Right, we're going north. Not a lot going on here so far. Big patch of nothing. Some splodge. Little splodge zone over here. Do you mind? Could I kill these bears before they kill me? Apparently not. They're really agile bears, apparently. Magic sounds like that. I don't know who thought that was a good... Oh, on the shore of this river you see 3 seals. Strange, you had no idea that seals could live around here. Oh, the animal, not magic seals. They're huddled together making arping noises at each other. Then they see you and slip quickly into the water. Shit, bye. I just wanted to say hello. Smack, that's what being poisoned sounds like. If I could be asked, I would do a little video right now of me laying in bed looking like I've got a cold. And then suddenly the noise happens. I don't know about that. Random little skit. Temple of Brigantia. Whatever. This narrow strip of land reaches out to an island in the middle of the lake. There is a large shrine on the temple. On the temple? What? Halfway across, you are stopped by a group of guards put here to watch the temple. When they see that you are from Nethergate, they solemnly wave you past. Ah, thanks. How do you see that I'm from Nethergate? You enter the Temple of Brigantia, the goddess of the Brigantes tribe. She is mostly the patron of water and of nature, and other things you don't have much time to pay attention to these days. You doubt that any Romans have assaulted this sacred place yet. Though there are guards everywhere, they don't look very worried. At the shrine at the centre of the compound, you can see a druid performing a careful ritual. Can I learn it? It's very quiet and peaceful. No major sacrifices must be taking place today. This seems like a good place to rest and look around for knowledge. Great, I've unwittingly walked into a town when I was trying to avoid that, as in Venarium. Well, not specifically trying to avoid it, but... A number of Britannian soldiers have felt a strange and overwhelming desire to come here and protect this temple. None of them were able to fight it. They are strange fellows, friendly but remote. They seem to be always listening to voices that you can't hear. Or maybe they've just been using too much woad. Probably. Is that just Celtic weed? Trash. How's my trash doing? Seems to not be doing anything. Dunno. It's not worth anything either. Except maybe to that fairy who wanted Silac items. See about that later, won't we? I might as well take the axe, it's worth something. And since we're in town we don't have to worry about being encumbered right now, because presumably we'll find a shop. It's in these little houses. This wattle and daub hut is dusty and unused. Whoever lives here has been away for a while. Do you settle in and rest for a little while? Sure. You have a long peaceful night's sleep and arise refreshed. Since there hasn't been anyone sleeping here for a while, there aren't even many bugs. What? Why would that mean there aren't many bugs? Wouldn't that mean there's more, because they've come and claimed the place? Dunno. I've forgotten what value is worth picking up. I think 5 is. Well, 15 certainly is. Anything in the chest? Hell yeah. Weren't druid robes are the ones we've got, right? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much all of us. Chonk. Oh my god, this storeroom is unguarded. The people of this temple seem friendly enough. They probably wouldn't mind if you took some provisions for yourself. Are you sure about that? Oh, it's just food. Do they stack into, like, worthwhile amounts, though? Because I'll take them if they do, otherwise I'm going to be dropping these. Shortly. I'll certainly take that, though. Pantaloons. Why are there pants in the provisions room? Healing herbs. They won't mind if I take all of them. Some provisions. Yeah, try all of them. Too much woad. Whoa! Trash pit. You stand at the edge of a large trench filled with bones and bodies. They were all thrown in here, largely intact, and left to rot. Each died of a single wound, delivered but with a very sharp knife. They must have been sacrificed in the temple. The corpses are mainly sheep and cattle. Deeper in the pile, however, you see some bones that look different. At least one of the skulls looks human. Fuck have they been doing here? Eh? I don't want to know. Probably too much woad. That's what I reckon. Britannian fighter. Oh, I thought that was a farmer or something. Just scan around the edge quickly. Anything cool in here? Oh, I like it when one edge is just ocean. I don't know why. It makes it simpler. Probably because it means I don't have to, like, be careful not to exit the map. You've barely just entered this hut before a large jovial warrior has placed a flagon of wine in your hand. Oh, cheers. Yes, please. Welcome to my home. I'm Owen, he says. Come in and speak with me a while. Stay a while and listen. Mr. Drak, no, I will not do Diablo. I hate those games, piece of sh— oh! Don't actually. I don't actually. Go on then, let's have a chat. You meet a mighty warrior. I thought he was jovial. I guess he can be both. Wearing a variety of jewellery, he looks like he is, or was, a chieftain, master of his own clan. That seems to be unlikely though, considering he lives here. What? Why? I don't know. That's why they used to be. Or was, rather. Whatever. You introduce yourselves. Owen, just call me Owen, he says jovially, after taking a long pull from his long mug of wine. Tell me about this sacred place. It's a lovely temple, is it not? I'll give my life to kill any Roman who attempts to defile it. He takes a swig of his wine, and it may come to that. How did you come to be a guard here? I was a leader once, a warrior of renown, far from here. Then the dreams came, the omens telling me that I must come here. I did not dare refuse, though I had to sacrifice much. Ask around and you'll find that it is a common tale. Great magic draws us to this place. I have another question. Owen warms himself by the fire, idly playing with his jewellery and drinking wine. He still seems to be a sharp warrior, but too much more of this sloth will not be good for him. What are you? I'm a guard, just a guard. I have the honour of being the leader of the guard for this sacred place. Well, you're not just a guard then, are you? You're the leader. God. Give yourself some pats on the back. Keep lookout at night and drink during the day. What are you guarding against? There's no shortage of nasty creatures in Shadowvale ready to steal in here in the night and grab an acolyte or two for a feast. Goblins, wolves, keeps us busy, I tell you what. He drinks, then he wipes off his moustache with the back of his hand. We guards are stuck here most of the time, but there's a wolf to the north that's been picking off pilgrims lately. Slay it for me, and there's a reward in it for you. I assume it's not the Shadow Wolf then, because there wouldn't be two people wanting to kill it. Maybe. Why don't you kill it yourself? He pretends not to hear you, otherwise he would have to respond to your implication that he is a coward. I would happily kill him myself, but Aidan will not let me leave. He insists on being ready to defend against the Romans. Where is the wolf? There's a swamp up north of here. There lives the wolf of the fen, a legendary beast, mean, fast and hungry. It lives on a hill surrounded by 4 tall stones. You may need to challenge it to draw it out though. How would I challenge it? How to challenge it? That's a poser. Maybe if you made a loud noise, that might call it. You seem to enjoy your drink. I do drink a lot, don't I? He hands you his mug. Oi, don't give it to me, you're the one drinking a lot. There, take a sip. You do, and find that his wine is extremely watered down. He takes his mug back. I like to drink, but I don't like my senses numbed. Not ready to die quite yet. Man, what a cool guy. That's the kind of friend you want in this world, isn't it? Cheery fella. Oh, not mine. For once. That's mine. Is now anyway. So is that. Pantaloons. Just another bloke. Righto. I kind of want to go out of the town. The druids of the temple have created and nursed a beautiful grove of oak trees. At least it's not a banana grove, banana grove. They are well cared for, and walking amongst them is, even considering the circumstances, quite peaceful. As you walk under the leafy cover of one of the larger specimens, you notice that there is a bunch of mistletoe growing on a low branch. I think I will take it as well. Yeah, but I kind of want to leave and go do that wolf now before I finish exploring this town, so I might do that once I reach the bottom here. There is a small, beautifully carved stone dock here, probably for rituals. When you were walking here, you thought you heard splashing and giggling at the end of the dock. Now that you're close though, it looks like there's nobody there. There bloody is. You walk out onto the short dock. You aren't sure why it was placed here. There are no boats in sight and no sign that any are ever here. When you reach the end, you notice that the water beneath you is unusually dark and still. As you look at it, it starts to bubble, only a little at first, then harder and harder, until the lake is churning beneath you. This is pretty odd. Do you stay here? Yeah? As you watch, a beautiful water sprite, about 4 feet tall, made of clear pure water, rises up out of the lake on a constant spout of water spray. Her eyes are closed and her hands are extended towards you. Then, after a moment, she looks at you, meeting your uncomprehending eyes with hers. She laughs and splashes back into the lake, drenching you. You wonder what all that was about. Whatever. Oh. Wolf! Mistletoe again. Get out of here, it's not Christmas. There's a staircase going down, I don't want to do that yet. Hang on, I'll be back. Alright, you said something about... just up here. Before the between the 4 pillars. Shadowvale is a place of contrasts. One place may be bright and cheery, but take a dozen steps and you may find yourself in mists and shadows. You've just stumbled over one of those contrasts. Suddenly you find yourself surrounded by mists. Your feet start sinking into wet, sticky marsh. The sun is obscured by thick grey clouds and the howls of wolves echo through the fog from all around you. Can I make a noise? You'll make some noise! You reach the hill Owen described. You think you can hear the wolf. It circles you quietly, watching you. However, it doesn't come close enough to fight. You look around trying to spot it, but it eludes you. If only you had some way to challenge it. Oh no, do I have to have like a horn or something? Wasn't there a horn in the game at some point? And using it made a toot? I don't have it with me right now, that's for sure. Make some noise! For the wolf. For Tiggy Wolf. Well then, I guess I will go back into town. Maybe I can find a horn there. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, get that little pixel in the middle of the lake. Piece of shit. Can't be having that. No, actually, you know what? I don't want any more mistletoe. You keep it. It's gonna weigh me down with its heavy leaves. Right, the fuck is this? A shaft has been dug into the rich brown earth here. It's green actually, but well, the earth below it is brown, I guess. Sloping at an angle into the ground, rough stone steps have been set into the shaft, making it easy for you to descend. Oh, thanks. Under temple. You know what, actually? Oh dear, what? What have I done? I've illegaled Wind Warriors. I don't think you're supposed to be out here. No, the top of the stairs is the exit again. Weird. Well done, Jeff Fogel. Get me to test your games, TM. Oh my god, what's going on in there? Some weirdness is afoot in the very next room. Gonna go have a look. Alright, lads. What's good? Elder Druid. There are several druids in this hut preparing the day's meal and whispering quietly amongst themselves. When you try to talk to them, one of them says, "Aiden is at the main altar. He is the one who will speak with you." God, alright. Bye then. Flagon. You got any horns around here by any chance? Fairly sure there was a horn at some point. Have a look in here. No, don't actually. I guess that's Aiden there. Yeah, the passport spell has a small chance. Oh. Celts have a hard time dealing with mechanical traps. Tutorials this late in the game. Eh? Cha-chonk. I've done both of them. And I can't have anything. Not a bean. Gold fibulate, it's not fair. Right then, you Aiden? No, you're not. At the main altar. Very well then, I'll go find him eventually. Can I have these? Yes. I'm gonna be rich off of their own goods. Guess the main altar's probably like in the middle there. Oops, who's this lad? Just a Britannian fighter again. Anything else cool going on in this grove? Go on then, I'll take one more. Just one more, treat myself. The trash is still sitting there nice and safe. Being smelly. Now I don't mind a bit of smell, but I'd rather not have trash in my pocket. The beast looks up at you mutely. You match gazes with it, trying to achieve some sort of common ground. Oh wait, this is the same as the griffins. What is that in there? What is that actually? A cow. Can I take the cow and make it moo? Would that challenge the wolf? Whip. Lash. Was a rubbish movie. I didn't like it anyway. I don't get all the praise, it just pissed me off more than anything. I won't spoil it though. I kinda want to talk about it, but I don't want to tell people to have to mute for a bit, because it's not easy to like let them know when it's safe to come back. You step onto the Shrine of Brigantia. When you do, it's like stepping from night into day, from rising from an icy bath into a warm breeze. Your aches fade, your mind's clear, and your vision sharpens. Everything seems better. God, I could use a visit to this place right now. To the north, a druid is looking at the sun. Well, he's blind, isn't he? Arms outstretched, chanting. Oh, it's Solaire. Praise the sun. Occasionally he turns to a boy at his side and requests a knife, or a bundle of mistletoe, or maybe a rabbit. He places the offering and continues the chant. For a moment you feel a sense of great belonging, and of pride in your people. The Romans may have come, but the old ways live on, for now. What? When you get close, the boy turns and motions for you to sit on the grass and join in the chanting. Do you? Sure. It takes some time for you to figure out the pattern of the chant, but you manage, and soon you are enthusiastically, if somewhat inexpertly, joining in. As you sing, the druid sacrifices a rabbit, makes an offering of it, and sings out even more intensely. You start to feel a warm glow all over you. Your aches disappear entirely, and you feel incredibly energetic, as if you were children again. God, I wish. Well, not necessarily children again, I at least want to be like legal age to go out partying and stuff. Eventually, you can't say for sure how much later, the chanting starts to slow down, and the ceremony ends. The druid turns and says, "Welcome, chosen. I am Aiden." Aiden. Yeah, I'm going to say Aiden. "Welcome to our shrine." You stand to greet him. As you do, you notice that not all of the energy you gained from the ceremony has faded. Good. I don't know what I got from it. Fuck all, by the look of it. A wand of Karunos. I'm gonna nab it, because it's mine, apparently, according to the item icon. Where's the boy gone? Excuse me, is that coins on the floor? I can't have them. Oh yeah, there he is. Brazil, the great mouse detective. You meet one of the druids in training, a young boy of around 10 or 12. He looks skinny and nervous. You ask him his name. "I am Brazil," he says in a quiet voice. "What are you doing here?" "I'm going to be a druid." "You're a druid in training?" "That's what Daddy said when he brought me here. Now Aiden tells me things. Aiden. And I help him." "Where's your daddy?" "He is quiet." "Oh, he's quiet for a while. Eventually he says, "I like Daddy, I think. When I'm a big druid I can see him again someday." Oh, he's dead. "How do you help Aiden?" "I find him mistletoe in the trees in the grove, and I study my lessons, and I help in the chants." "What has Aiden told you?" "Chants and songs and stories and recipes and rituals and how to properly kill a cow. I don't like that last one. It's a lot to remember, but I have to, so I do." Was that everything? Yes. Alright, bye. Alright, see ya. You meet the head druid of the Temple of Brigantia. He seems to be a quiet, tranquil sort of fellow, and as competent with a chant and a knife as any you have ever seen. He smiles and nods at you. Either he is exceptionally humble, or he has heard about your important task in Shadowvale. "I am Aiden. Welcome, chosen. Welcome to our temple." "You're the leader here?" "I have that honour. I administer to the needs of the temple. I enact the rituals and make the sacrifices. I heal people in need. I look after our ancestors as well." "What rituals do you perform?" Oh, there's a lot here. "I know many druidical rituals, and I provide instructions in them as well, when young acolytes come to me. I take joy in this pursuit while I can, for I fear that I will not be able to partake in it forever." "Would you instruct me?" "Ah, you wish instruction as well. Alas, my rituals are for the calming of seas and the banishing of pests in the crops. Not the sort of thing you need. For those sort of spells, you need to go to the Fairy Bazaar to the west. I've already been there, mate. It's bizarre. Who knows? There you may even be able to find the nether arts spell. A nether arts spell. Oh yeah. I guess that's the Wind Warriors in the pot. What are the nether arts? I know little. I have heard that there are 5 such spells, ancient rituals of uncommon power, one for each of the 5 spell circles. To cast one, you must have attained the highest levels of knowledge in its spell circle. To find them, I fear you will have to search long and hard, if of course they still exist. Aiden stands patiently, waiting to see if you need anything else. He's remarkably helpful for a druid. Your mission in Shadowvale is gaining you far more respect and attention than you would otherwise get. Rituals... What else was there? Oh. Why don't the druidic rituals last forever? The omens are not good. These days, every time I try to predict the future, all I see is a new faith, a new god, a strange and alien one, come into this island and sweep in all belief in my gods away. I chose not to believe that this will happen. The idea of all the old ways fading fills me with a terrible fear. Yeah. I get it, mate. How do you look after your ancestors? The bones of all the druids of centuries past lie in the catacombs below us, and it falls to me to keep their remains protected. Yeah, I had a feeling I'd better finish in the town before I go down there. However, recently I've had a bit of a difficulty in that area. If you're willing and have the time, there's a task you could perform for me. I would reward you. What task needs doing? Probably skeletons. My predecessor, Orim, made an unfortunate deal in the Vale of the Sould to the north. It's a dark place where the desperate trade their spirits for mortal favours. Orim made just such a trade. Go there and ask whoever you can find about Orim. Mention his name and see if you can win his spirit's freedom. If you can win his freedom, I'll reward you well. Alright, easy. Can you heal me? Aiden applies his healing spells to salve your wounds. He's remarkably talented. Aiden can restore even the most damaged character. As in stoned or dead ones. I'll never need it, because I'm just going to load if that happens. Tell me about this temple. It is a lovely shrine, is it not? I think it is a jewel myself, but I am far from unbiased. Yeah, he laughs and then grows more serious. I fear, though, that it may not stay for so for long. Every day I fear the Romans come closer to finding us. Would the Romans harm the temple? Of course, they're Romans. Twats. Were they twats? Probably. They will have little respect for this shrine, I fear. These days the gods attend to their own problems. But then you, the Chosen, would know more of that than I. Why did you call me the Chosen? Why, all in Shadowvale are abuzz over it. The fairy's hand chose you. Right, this is clearly the last part I'm recording today. The speaking ability is going. This is the 4th part today. The fairy's hand chose you over all the great warriors in these lands to serve them. Everyone is gossiping, trying to find the reason why they selected you. I have no idea why I was chosen. You confess that you have no better an idea than anyone else. Aiden winks at you conspiratorially. Oh, of course you don't know. I understand perfectly. Yeah, it's 'cause I'm sexy. Wait, we're human, never mind. What? Venari is sexy? Have you got anything to do with this nonsense? Great. We're just drenched again. That water sprite made me wet. Oh. Oh, I'm going to come down here first if you don't mind. Get some free dice. I can't help but notice there's no shop here after all. So after this part I might go back to the bazaar and sell stuff. So that's what you do at the bazaar. Some celery. Oh my god! The Druids are the holy people and chief repositories of learning for your people. They are the storehouses for their histories, stories, rituals, and religious lore. Without the Druids, you have no past. Well, we do, we just don't know it as well. However, they primarily have an oral tradition. The knowledge is passed on by word of mouth, memorized during long years in seclusion in shrines like this. Romans may remember things on paper, but that has not been your way. Not, apparently, until now. The Druids have hidden a library down here. The room contains long rows of shelves filled with vellum and papyrus scrolls, or papyrus, whatever, doesn't matter. You know what I mean. You pull one out and look at it. You are able to read, but not very well. All you can tell about this scroll is that it's a record of tribal chieftains from centuries past. You look at another. It tells a story about some legendary hero. Cuchulainn. He's not a hero of your people. You heard once that he was revered by the tribes on the island to the west. Who is storing all this information and why here? And if you searched, could you find something useful to you? Probably. Look at it all. Let's have a gander. CGDB. Oh, you examine an interesting looking vellum scroll. It's on doors. Wow, how interesting. Though the invaders have traded many of their locks with us, they are often unable to defend against a skilled thief. Fortunately, there are spells which can protect them. Most magically locked doors can be opened by the correct spell. Certain rare locks, however, will only yield to one of 6 special and rare magical keys. I do believe I've got one of those keys, haven't I? I think I found it in the goblin place ages ago. Oh, some scroll. darts of ice. Might as well just sell it. And that seems to be about it. Unless there's more shelves further back. Any little hidden alcoves? Oh god. Oh god, the splodge on the... oh no. The trash has taken effect. Oh hi. I don't know who this is, but they're gonna have to wait for next time, aren't they? Yes indeed. Am I even saving it on the right one? I don't know anymore. Well, we got much done, I suppose. But there's always more to do. I kind of feel like we've almost explored most of the world. Like, we've done all of this, I do believe. The whole eastern section. We've done all of this. And we're like working on this right now. We've got like a good more than half of the map done, I feel like. But I'm sure there's still more to do. Plenty more, in fact. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time to find out what's going on in this library. Hopefully we can get some useful knowledge, maybe even some spells. Goodbye!